else is going on? Who did what? You know, it's like I'm back and the world has changed. So to have sung on The Masked Singer for this whole new demographic, you know, I mean, they know me as the aunt, the mother, and the grandmother, but now they know I sing and that I'm an entertainer. So this was great to do. You know, stage is more exciting to me than film and television. So to be back in front of that live audience was great.
Well, that's where you got your start.
Yeah.
If your third book is anything like your second, I mean, I've read The Mother of Black Hollywood, and everyone, I mean, it is juicy. It is chock full of everything that you could possibly want in a book. So I just want to tell you it was great. Do
Thank you.
you, for all your, do you remember a lot about your episode arc on Friends when you were opposite Courtney?
This is a good story. Marta Kaufman, who was the creator of Friends, uh, her husband was Michael Slough at the time, and he was my piano player who would tour the country with me in the 80s. So Michael and I were friends, and of course, so I'd show up at the house for dinner with the kids. I was always going to somebody's house for dinner because I'm the baby of my family. I don't cook. I blow up an egg if I try to boil one. So it's such a true story. I'm at their house for dinner, and Marta Kaufman, creator of Friends, she just mentioned, she says, "Oh, I just wrote a new pilot." I said, "What is it?" She said, "It's called Friends." And of course, my next question was, "Well, any Black people on it?" And she went, "Well, there is now." So I did that part. She put me in the show and did that chef with Courtney. And I went on to work in other jobs. I didn't, that was my one and only episode, but that's history too. I mean, oh, honey, what a career. What a career. I mean, sometimes I would just visit IMDb and scroll myself, and I just can't believe it. I really, and then you look at the TV and film, that's not even the Broadway and the concerts. So it's nostalgic. It's amazing what I've done with my career. It was a gift. It was truly a gift at birth that I've tried to honor. When I sang my first solo in church, I was 5 years old. And
Wow.
for the reaction of the congregation, I stood there with my thumb in my mouth thinking, this is life. And I never looked back. I've been entertaining ever since. I've been a leader, you know, I was president of my class, captain of the cheerleading squad. When I got to college, I was in every play, every musical, got to New York. You read the book. Got to New York, got my first Broadway show in less than 11 days after graduating from college. Crazy. But it was because I didn't have a lot of fear. When you have a dream and your focus is narrow, you know, I wanted to be a star because I wanted my mother to love me. The world would love me if I was famous. That's how I thought back then. And so now you're rich and famous, Miss Lewis. Okay, don't ask me for the money. But anyway, to get it. So that's hilarious. I love saying it. I'm rich and famous. Don't ask me for no money. Okay. So anyway, you know, I've conquered the dream. And now coming back from this insane accident. Who are you now, Jennifer? Well, I can tell you one thing. I have been humbled. And now that I have a platform, all I want to do is share what I've learned with this next generation. And I want to make sure that they have air to breathe, their children and their children's children. I will use my platform to fight for what I feel is right in this world. And taking all of their rights away, I know is wrong. So I'm going to fight for the next generation. to have the American dream as I did. I came from great poverty to great wealth. So I've lived the spectrum so I can say anything I want. And as long as you say it with love, they'll hear you.
Absolutely. Do you think, first of all, the next generation totally needs you, so I'm all for that. Do you think, I mean, is it too soon to wish that we have just a Blackish movie or I mean, it's too soon for a reboot. We have The Fresh Prince had Bel Air and it's done very well, but can we just maybe you can call up
Honey,
Anthony Anderson and get this going for me?
look, Anthony and I were on the phone the other day about The Masked Singer, actually, because he did. I didn't see him, but we talked about it. Let me say this to you. We'll see. That's a good answer. We'll see. It was a great show, and we had a blast doing it. And I'm sure one day we'll have a reunion. I
I
don't know
think
if I'll
so.
have I don't know if I'll have my teeth then, but I'll be there if they ask me to come.
Well, listen, Ruby's got to be in the house. You know, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching
They
you.
should have done the spinoff, Oldish, but with Lawrence's schedule, which you know is full, and mine and COVID, it just got lost in the mix. That's base. COVID took out a lot of things. Things just disappeared. So we've all gone on to new things, and it was a great time. We became a family those 8 years. Children were born, babies were born, and people were married, and we lost some people. It was 8 years. So it was pretty much a decade of being a family and
Yeah.
taking care of one another. We had our battles. It was up, it was down, but we looked after each other. And that's why we lasted so long, because behind the camera, we were solid. It was a solid cast.
It was the solid cast. As we wrap up, we'll just put out maybe Oldish will come back into existence one day.
Good luck with that. I don't know if I want to be number one on the call sheet. It's a lot of work, honey. That's a lot of work. Somebody would have to have a lot of money. Yep, to get me out of the bed. I'm resting.
Well, there you go. Listen, I've wanted to talk to you for so long. So
Oh.
thank you for the Masked Singer for just connecting us. And it's been great watching you. And your career is legendary. So I really appreciate you taking your time.